Hi there, future New York State teacher, and welcome to this Educating All Students test prep lesson. This is lesson number 2. In this lesson, we're going to talk all about English language learners, where on your exam, you can expect to receive approximately 11 selected response or multiple choice questions that represent 18% of your total exam. In this section, they also present you with an essay or constructed response prompt, and that covers 10% of your final score. Now, without further ado, we are logged into teacherpreps.com test prep, the number one choice to pass your teacher certification exam. Now, here we have the section labeled Teaching English Language Learners, and we're going to want to click this so that we're presented with all the information about teaching ELLs in one easy-to-learn place. First, we have the video. We have an overview, the vocabulary terms that you want to know for test day. Underneath that is our study guide. And then if we keep on scrolling down all the way to the bottom, we have a place to check your understanding of the technical terms, such as scaffold instruction, and everything that you're going to need to know for this section. And then you can put everything to the test and apply your knowledge with this Teaching English Language Learners practice test. Now, without further ado, I'm going to present you with the video. Make sure you go to teacherpreps.com so you can get access to all of these materials to make passing easy. Enjoy the video, and I'll see you in lesson number 3.
Today, we're going to cover key concepts and strategies in language acquisition and development that will help you get prepared for your teacher certification exam. Let's begin with understanding the stages and patterns of language acquisition. We will begin by discussing first language acquisition, where in the pre-linguistic stage, 0 to 6 months, infants experiment with sounds, laying the groundwork for speech. In the babbling stage, 6 to 8 months, babbling starts to mimic the patterns of spoken language. Then, at the one-word stage, 9 to 18 months, children begin using single words for communication. Next, at the two-word stage, 18 to 24 months, simple sentences emerge, combining 2 words. And finally, at the early multi-word stage, 2 to 3 years, more complex sentences develop, incorporating basic grammar. Moving to the second key concept is all about second language acquisition. While taking your teacher certification exam, be able to demonstrate your understanding for the following 5 stages. First, we have the silent receptive stage, where learners understand up to 500 words but don't speak. Then, there's the early production stage, where learners start using short phrases and sentences. Next comes the speech emergent stage, where vocabulary expands and more complex sentences are formed. And then, the intermediate fluency stage, when learners communicate effectively using complex sentences. And lastly, the advanced fluency stage, when learners achieve near-native fluency and nuanced understanding. Moving forward, let's now discuss the factors affecting language acquisition, which includes cognitive learning styles, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning preferences significantly influence language learning. Cultural background. Learners' cultural context can affect their language use and learning. Exceptionalities. Tailored teaching approaches are required for students with learning disabilities or giftedness. Prior language experience, exposure through education, media, or interaction with native speakers enhances language learning. Teacher expectations and classroom environment both play crucial roles in motivating students and shaping the learning experience. Transitioning to our next topic, which is legal rights and ethical considerations for English language learners, make sure you can recall on test day legal frameworks, specifically the Equal Educational Opportunities Act of 1974 and the landmark Lau v. Nichols case, which ensures specialized instruction for English language learners. In addition, your exam will require you to demonstrate your knowledge of ethical teaching, so be on the lookout for answer solutions that involve cultural competence, inclusive practices, accurate assessment, advocacy, and ongoing professional development. Moving to our next area of effective teaching strategies. Remember the following when selecting responses to the multiple choice questions on exam day. Visual aids and interactive language practice enhance understanding and engagement. Scaffolding and differentiated instruction help to tailor learning experiences to individual needs. Literacy development help to engage in shared reading and writing workshops. Assessment and feedback help to employ ongoing, constructive evaluation methods. Now we're moving to strategies to help English language learner transfer literacy skills. And this is an important objective on your exam, so keep in mind that cross-linguistic awareness activities highlight similarities and differences in phonological, morphological, syntactical, and orthographic features between the primary language and English. and use cognates to build vocabulary and reading comprehension. Another strategy you'll want to search for on test day is developing metalinguistic skills. In doing so, seek out answer solutions that provide explicit grammar instruction to help English language learners apply their understanding of grammatical structures from their primary language to English, or encourage language comparison to deepen understanding and facilitate the transfer of reading strategies. A key factor in acing the English language learners' questions on your teacher certification exam will be understanding effective strategies for supporting content area literacy skills in English language learners. There are 5 steps that you need to be aware of for test day, and they include 1. Pre-teaching vocabulary to identify and teach key vocabulary before introducing new content to help English language learners better understand and engage with the material. 2. Using language objectives to set clear language objectives for each lesson to ensure that language learning is intentional and integrated with content learning. 3. Interactive and collaborative learning to use cooperative learning strategies and group discussions to enhance both language development and content understanding. 4. Modeling and explicit instruction to demonstrate thought processes and teach specific reading strategies, such as skimming for main ideas or scanning for specific information. 5. Ongoing assessment and feedback to provide constructive feedback focused on both content comprehension and language use. Next, keep in mind that all learners will enter your classroom with a different set of backgrounds and knowledge. As a teacher, you'll need to evaluate and adjust instructional materials and strategies for English language learners. When taking your exam, ensure that materials are language appropriate, culturally relevant, and academically rigorous. Adjust materials to include scaffolds like pre-taught vocabulary and simplified language to make content accessible while maintaining academic rigor. Engage in professional development to stay informed about the best practices in English language learner education and instructional technologies. Excellent job in this lesson, future teacher. Now, don't get caught being unprepared on test day. Visit teacherpreps.com and feel 100% prepared to pass your teacher certification exam on your next try.